Welcome to sports, everybody. Team Bahamas back on the floor last night as they played the back end of their home and away series with Mexico in the 2021 FIBA AMERICUP qualifiers. The 2-4-2 lost the opening game 75-61 in Guadalajara on Thursday. Playing at altitude, the Bahamas started slow and never recovered. This time around, though, Team Bahamas jumping on Mexico early. They led 20-15 after the first quarter and 38-30 at the half. In the third, the Bahamas really poured it on, outscoring Mexico 20-8. And despite being outscored in the fourth, the home team would roll to a 76-59 victory behind 15 points from Dominic Bridgewater. Deshaun Taylor added 14. Michael Thompson finished with 11. Travis Munnings following with 10.
In Mexico, we didn't move the ball. For some odd reason, we moved the ball well in practice, but when it came to the game, it was one pass short. We didn't make them work from one side to the next. And over the last couple of days, we felt that our defense was good, but over the last couple of days, we really stressed that and put together a tight game plan, and it showed today.
Once we had an opportunity to play home in a better altitude what we used to, that we knew we were at least 10 points better in that team, and it showed tonight. So it's not surprising, as I think I said in an earlier interview, that I expect to win the game tonight, and we did.
Anytime I can put on this jersey and represent the Bahamas, it's a great feeling. I'm just glad we were able to get the dub. I was just trying to stay aggressive because I know in FIBA rules there's the point spread, so we wanted to make sure we won by more than 14, and I'm glad we were able to do that.
The coach tell us we ain't make nothing in Mexico, we have to make something home, because we playing home, we have to have confidence and just play.
Felt over the years that if we ever get Puerto Rico and Mexico in our hometown, we would beat them, because they always beat us in the Spanish town. So we have another chance to prove that in November against Puerto Rico, and you only need two. And by the way, winning this one, if we end up with a tie record with Mexico, we've beaten them in the point spread, so we can automatically move on. So that's the most important thing.
A big game over the weekend for Bahamian big man DeAndre Ayton as the Phoenix Suns picked up a 112-104 win in the Windy City over the Chicago Bulls. Ayton had 12 points and 8 rebounds in the fourth quarter alone, just missing out on season highs in both categories. Finishing up, he was 12 of 20 from the field with 28 points and 19 rebounds. He has a season high of 31 points and 21 rebounds. The Suns play again tonight in Utah against the Jazz. It was senior day on Saturday as the Jacksonville Dolphins women's basketball team hosted the Kennesaw State Owls. SHALONDA NEELY, one of 5 Dolphins armed before the game, and the Bahamian carried that momentum over into the game as she scored a season-high 20 points and pulled down a season-high 11 rebounds. Jacksonville pulling out the win 88-81 in overtime. The Stars program bringing its second annual college soccer showcase to a close on Saturday at the Roscoe Davies pitch. After taking part in a symposium and information session, Bahamian student athletes finally on the field showing what they can do in hopes of securing a scholarship to further their education.
The Stars program, it has just gone on to the next level compared to last year when we gave away, maybe 4 or 6 soccer scholarships, and I think at least 4 of them were women. So obviously that's a big plus for me being head of women's football.
It's more about giving them the opportunity, and I think that's why a showcase like this is so important. You have the scouts here looking at them. They now are starting to think university. They're starting to think next step. And so now you see the passion, the desire, and the want.
Here we have some players who are very, very naturally athletic. In the US, we have players who are more technical. So our job is to identify which players who are athletic we can develop to become technical enough to play within our system.
We offer 2-year specialized programs for the most part. We have great relationships with universities all across North America. So for us, seeing some of the skill here, they can definitely fit in. We know they can play, and some of them can definitely be difference makers.
Conference championship action in the college swimming season wrapping up over the weekend in the SEC. South Carolina senior Aubrey Higgs finishing 7th in the A final of the 200 breaststroke in 2:09.33. That was after swimming 2:08.85 in the prelims. At the ACC's, Aubrey's sister Lily Higgs, she swam the B final of the 200 breaststroke, finishing 2nd and 10th overall in 2:10.66. Meantime, at the Coastal Collegiate Sports Association Championships, Luke Kennedy Thompson representing Howard. He was in the 200 breaststroke as well, finishing 6th in the B final and 14th overall in 2:05.02. Conference championships in the indoor track and field season also taking place over the weekend. Wagner's Tiffany Hanna, the champion in the Northeast Conference in the women's weight throw, a heave of 59 feet 1 3/4 inches. UTEP Shaquem Smith second in the 60 hurdles at the Conference USA Championships, a run of 7.94. Smith also helping the Miners to a win in the 4x4 relay. They clocked 3:12.18. At the Alex Wilson Invitational produced to Mark Green, he won the triple jump, a mark of 52 feet 4 inches. Kansas State's Kyle Alsonay also picking up a win at the Steve Miller Open. He cleared 7 feet a 1/4 inch in the high jump. The Government Secondary School Track and Field Championships get underway on Wednesday at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. It's a 3-day meet and it finishes up on Friday.
All signs are green. All signs are go. The entry forms have been completed. The heat sheets has been produced. The numbers are ready. We have some outstanding medals will be given to our student athletes for those who finished in the top 3. And it's just excitement in the air. And I feel that this is going to be a keenly competitive event. And the question goes, who will challenge the Knights? Who will challenge the CH3's Raptors? So we're looking for some new talent. We're looking for talents that will continue to excel and hopefully, like we said earlier, make national teams to represent this great country.
Spring training getting underway, that is, in Major League Baseball over the weekend. A good start for Jazz Chisholm. He was a perfect 2 for 2 with a stolen base and a run scored on Saturday as the Miami Marlins beat the New York Mets 5-3. Jazz 1 for 1 yesterday with a double and 2 runs batted in. The Marlins ran their record to 2-0 with a 5-2 win over Washington. The man back on the lanes tonight in the Bahamas Bowling Federation's Nationals at Mario's. It's moving day with only the top 15 making Super Saturday. David Slaughter finding himself in an unfamiliar position, having lost the lead to Graham Higgs. Higgs has 2,033 pins and a 203 average. That's 46 pins in front of Slaughter, who sits second with an average of 199.
Expecting the end result, you focus on one shot at a time. If I stay focused and focus on one shot at a time and execute to the best of my ability, I expect to be there on Sunday in the final. I like the challenge of the format where you have a shorter pattern on one lane and a longer pattern on the other, 8 foot in difference. For those people who haven't bowled, it's the oil on the lane that really dictates the pace of scoring. But having 2 patterns makes it a little more difficult, makes you constantly have to be thinking and adjusting. I think that gives me an advantage. When you compete internationally, you move up each game. Once again, that adds to the level of complexity. You need to make notes as you move from pair to pair, how each pair was different. So next time when I come back and bowl on that pair, I can go back and reflect on what I experienced the previous time, make the appropriate adjustments, and hopefully start striking sooner and bowl better.
That's a look at sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.